Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and you're watching Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And joining me, as always, is my co-host from the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks podcast, Trav, the Trash Man, Martin. What is good, bro?
Hey, peachy as always. I'm here.
Hey, I love hearing that, man. And today we are going to be reviewing the season finale of American Horror Stories, episode 7, Game Over. And before we get into today's review, make sure that you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and you hit that bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content here on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks.
That's what I like to hear, baby.
I thought you were going to say D's line.
Oh, yeah. Hey, usually you just been handling it, so I know.
I didn't shoot the alley-oop like in semi-pro. Remember when they did that? Like, it's like they was just like, that's illegal. Like, what are they doing? But no, like I said, sorry, Trav didn't say it, but podcast link down in the description.
Right.
Like, follow, subscribe. Trav, let's go ahead and get into today's review. Like I said, Game Over. This is the season finale of season 1 of American Horror Stories. And I actually watched it late last night because I was just up late and it had dropped on Hulu that night. And I don't know if you had saw my message where I was just like, hey, bro.
I seen it.
Oh, okay, but it was too late.
It was like 1:30 in the morning. I was like, I'm not watching it now. You know,
you didn't want to have no nightmares. I understand. It's all good. Yeah. But no, yeah, bro, this episode was a very weird one. You know, we see how the episode, it starts off. We have two people who are staying in the murder house, and the murder house is somewhat of what are those? Like, it's like a haunted
attraction.
A haunted house, bed and breakfast attraction, and pretty much you have to survive the night. And the people that are in the house, they end up encountering the people who have died in the murder house. And when they encounter these people, now they're trying to get out and fight for their lives. And then we see the girl, she starts glitching. And then we end up finding out that it's a video game made by a video game developer named Michelle. And her son, Rory, he's playing it. And he's just like, I could have escaped if the game didn't glitch and whatnot. And so, Trav, this is why the episode, it kind of got confusing to me, because it's like now is American Horror Story as they made it. It's a TV show, just like how me and you are watching it.
Right.
But it's like at the same time, it's real because
it's real. Yeah, dude, it was dumb. It was stupid.
So why didn't you? Yeah, go ahead. Why didn't you like it? Why did you think it was stupid?
Dude, like you just said, okay, so the show existed within the show. There's another movie or
Tropic Thunder?
Huh? Oh, no. No, I was thinking of something else where it exists in the world that it's in. Like, they ended. Oh, here's a perfect example: Scream with the stab movies.
Oh, okay, Scream. Okay.
Right? Like, you got Scream, the first one, but when Scream 2 came out, they turned Scream into a movie called Stab.
Yeah.
And it became a film franchise. So it's kind of like they turned Hell House into a franchise, but then they had the other seasons because the kid was talking about that she threw in
like characters from other seasons
and
that
stuff.
Didn't make sense. Yeah,
it did. And then it's up with what we just witnessed on the first episode, the first 2 episodes of American Horror Stories. The whole thing was stupid, dude. Really stupid.
It was weird, man. And then it kind of does that transition where it's like we see that it was a game, and then everything happens, and then we find out that it's a game again. So it's just like, well, what was real? You know, like that's the whole thing. It's because it's like I had messaged you earlier because you were still watching the episode. I thought that you had finished it, but it was just like, well, who was the main character? Because then, I mean, the boy Rory that's in the game, he ends up burning the house down, but was he the main character, or was the girl from the first episode, was she the main character?
It changes. Because originally in the first gameplay, it's the couple.
It's the couple. And yeah.
You're somehow the chick from the first episode that is Scarlett and her lover.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know how it ends up becoming about them. And now he's just playing the game again. And none of it makes sense, bro.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I was confused when I was watching this episode, and it's like I said. I mean, like you see it's a game at first, and then it goes to the real world, and then it's like Michelle, because we glossed over this part. She goes to the murder house because she wants to do more research on it, because Rory's like, you need to go to one of the conventions so that way that you can talk with the writers, so that way that they can help you with this game. And like that's my thing too. It's just like, how are you making a game, but it's just like you don't have the input of the people who created American Horror Story. You know what I'm saying? Because if they were working with her,
she wouldn't even be able to have the rights to make the game. Yeah, if it's a real IP in that world.
Exactly. And it was just, it was wild, man. And she ends up going to the murder house, and she ends up seeing the people who died in Murder House. And she thinks that they're just fans that are at the house, but then she ends up getting killed. Scarlett kills her on Halloween night, and now some time has gone by, and of course you know that the spirits, they can only leave the places that they're anchored down to on Halloween night. And she tells Rory, she's just like, you know, you need to come and burn the house down and, you know, set us all free, because some of the spirits, they've been in Murder House now for so many years that they're ready to move on. And then some of the spirits are just like, nah, we enjoy staying here. And like now you have like a fight between the spirits who want to leave and the spirits that don't want to leave. And Michelle, her spirit is there. Rory ends up burning down the house. I thought Scarlett was going to kill Rory. That's what I thought she was going to do. But, you know, as we see when Ruby's just like, come and die with me, Scarlett's just like, hell no. Like, you know, I still got...
she's like a professional assassin.
Yeah, she's a hitman. And
how?
In 3 years, bro. She's been racking up in them 3 years. But I don't know, bro. It's I don't know.
Dude, you know, I was all for that first episode / second episode.
Yeah.
It was exciting when we revisited Hell House. They've never done anything like that for real in the franchise. Like, they've had some interconnecting stuff between seasons, but they've never full blown like revisited like
did in season 8 when in Apocalypse. Remember, they went there so that way that they could find out everything about Tate Landon or Langdon. I can't remember what his last name is, but you know what I'm talking. Isn't that his name,
bro?
Tate. He was the boy from season 1. The one remember in season 8 in Apocalypse, because Michael was his son.
Michael.
Yeah, remember? Michael. You trolling me right now, bro. You don't remember Apocalypse? For real. Dang, bro.
I do not remember that in Apocalypse.
Yeah, remember they end up going, hey, everybody that's watching, go in the comments and let Trav know that he's wrong, because if you're a serious American Horror Story fan, then you'll remember this stuff. But it's wild that you don't remember this. I mean, I'm sure you remember 1986.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that was the last season, that one wasn't.
Yeah, that one kind of sucked too, though.
Yeah, it wasn't all that. But anyway, I wanted to ask you, now that the season is over, we got a total of 7 episodes. Originally, there were only going to be 6. We ended up getting 7. I kind of wish they would have just ended with the last episode instead of this one. But 1 through 7, like ranking them worst to best, which one is your worst episode?
So the worst is this one, for sure. Like, again, we've already visited the Hell House thing. We didn't need another tie-in that tied into the first episode of this new. It was just unneeded, and it was sloppy. Yeah. So this was by far the worst episode. But for real, the only one I really didn't like was that Naughty List episode, dude, with Danny Trejo. Like, that episode sucked.
So that's number 6 for you. Well, technically number 5.
Well, yeah. Because, you know, the other 2 are kind of grouped together.
They're just a 1 episode. So
but no, dude, that episode flat out sucks. Like, in my opinion, I was not a fan of it. And then probably Feral. I did like Feral, you know, just it's kind of there towards the bottom of the list. And Drive-In. And than the first two episodes, because I really did enjoy those first two episodes.
You forgot Bao.
But so that's my favorite is Bao.
Oh, that's your favorite. Oh, okay.
So what, dude? I really enjoyed.
That was a good episode,
dude. And I mean, again, you got Billy Lord, so looking gorgeous as ever.
The demon showed up at the end.
Dude, and the demon looked incredible.
Yeah,
and it was a good story.
Yeah,
and I really enjoyed that episode, dude. It was their highest rated episode too.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, for me, I'm gonna agree with you. The final episode was the worst episode in my opinion. So it would be that. Then it would be Pharaoh for me. I thought Pharaoh was good, but I don't know. It's just gonna be number 5 for me.
No, I hear you.
Number 4 would be Drive-In. No, I'll put Drive-In higher up. I'll put Naughty List at number 4 because Naughty List, like, I did enjoy that. I feel like if the way that this show came out, like if it was out around the holidays, like right. I feel like the Naughty List would be like a perfect episode because they take that winter break, you know what I'm saying? Then they come back. So like, I think that. Oh, go ahead.
Nah. I was just saying, I feel like the kills were cool in that episode. The story sucked, with the house and them trying to do all the stuff. Like, I don't know the words to describe that situation, but I wasn't a fan of it. But the kills was cool with the candy cane arrow and all the cool stuff. That stuff was cool.
Yeah. So that episode would be number 4 for me. Number 3 would be Drive-In. Number 2 would be the rubber woman. I was about to say rubber band man.
Wild as a Taliban.
And then number 1, I would go with Bao too. I think that was the best one this season. Just from the way that it starts to the ending of the episode where we see the demon, and then like we talked about it in our review before about like how it felt like it was Insidious and Rosemary's Baby and stuff like that. So that's why I really like that. But yeah, for this final episode, like I just wasn't feeling it like that. And let us know in the comments what you thought about the final episode and what you thought about the series as a whole. Like, are you looking forward to season 2 and what you're looking to see in season 2, what you're expecting? Trav, like, what are you expecting to see in season 2?
Honestly, just probably the more of this. I'm hoping, that we're not gonna visit this murder house anymore, but
that's true because it's still there. Remember, it's just a game, and the game got burned out.
So, but again, I understand that's still their best season of American Horror Story, so it's like their bread and butter.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just don't understand the point of visiting it now. Just give us new stories. Like, again, Are You Afraid of the Dark Style? Do you just give us new stories? And they've shown there's been a couple solid ones in this season. So I know they can come up with some cool stuff, but I think it's just going to be more of the same. Some of them are going to be good and some of them are just not.
Yeah. No, I agree. But yeah, I mean, also too, it was cool seeing the cameos from past characters on American Horror Story. I thought that was pretty dope. But yeah, I agree. I just want to see more stories. I want to see better stories. I want to see stories that actually make more sense and that are as good as the show used to be. Because like how you said earlier, like 1986, it wasn't that good of a season. Like, it started off really good, and then by the time it got to the end of it, it's just like, that's it. Like, this is how it's going to end. So I'm just hoping that they do a better job on some of the episodes for season 2 of American Horror Stories. Now, Trav, final question for you: what is your final rating for American Horror Story season 1? Well, I'm sorry. What is your final rating for this episode? And then what is your final rating for the series overall?
Oh, bro, this episode gets like a 5 out of 10. And I feel like I'm being generous, to be honest with you. So yeah, this episode's not good at all. But the series overall, I give it a 7 out of 10. I felt like I enjoyed majority of the episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna tune in for season 2. It wasn't so bad that I'm turned off by it.
Yeah, no, I feel you. For me, I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. And the only reason why is because of the cameos that we saw. It was good seeing characters from some of the past seasons, but just the whole overall video game feel like, and you know, me and Trav, we're gamers, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that the execution, I thought the idea was good, but the execution was bad.
Yeah.
And it could have been better. Like when I saw Game Over as the title, I was kind of expecting this, and then when the episode started out that it was going to be a video game, I think it would have been cooler if somehow they were teleported into the video game.
Like a VR that became real.
And they can't get the VR off unless they actually get out of the game or something like that. And then it's like they find out that in the real world, like when they were killing people in the video game, they were actually killing people in real life, because you know how like some people will play those VR games. Like I posted a video on Facebook a while ago with a dude, he thought that he was in the sky, and then when he went to jump forward, like he crashed into the TV screen. You know what I'm saying? You know, it would have just been interesting, because you know these stories, like sometimes there's a good ending, but majority of the time they make you think that it's a good ending, but it's really a bad ending.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how horror stories are. So 6 out of 10 for this season finale. For the series as a overall, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Like you said, like I thought it was really good. There were some episodes that were okay and could have been better, but yeah, 7 out of 10 is a good solid for me. Let us know in the comments what you give it for the series finale, and then also let us know what you give the season overall. And Trav, with that being said, let everybody in social media land know where they can find you at.
That's right. You know, Instagram at ZK Audio. You can find me on the Twitter at TRAVIOSZK. And where they gonna find podcast number 1 hero at?
Hey, bro, if they need somebody to be in the video game and save the day, you can find me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram. And then you can find me on Facebook at Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. Thank you again for watching our review. Make sure you check out some more of our reviews, our reaction videos, and interviews that we do have here on the channel. Make sure you check out our podcast, where we have new episodes every Tuesday, and that episode is in video form here on YouTube on Friday. Like I always say, keep that pinky up, stay positive. We'll see you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Peace.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching another episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the channel. Podcast, we got that too. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit that bell for further episodes and notifications. Thanks a lot to our patrons. And if you don't mind, join the Patreon. We'll be having new specials coming up soon.